It's our Sunday night MLB The Show simulation game of the week, and we are here at Petco Park, home of the San Diego Padres since 2004, as we get set to take on the Atlanta Braves. And hi again, everybody. Welcome to the broadcast booth. And this one, I'm Josh Wright doing the play-by-play. This is our first Sunday night MLB The Show simulation game of the week that we are doing. We did an opening day game on Thursday, Dodgers and Tigers, and now we are staying on the West Coast for our Sunday night game, the Padres and the Atlanta Braves. Nick Pivetta on the mound today for the Padres, former Philly, former Red Sox, and now this year he is a San Diego Padre. He will go up against, on the Braves, meanwhile, they will have Schwellenbach on the mound for them. First pitch to Profar, former Padre, is taken for a ball. We are underway. Now, some of you guys might be wondering, what made you decide to do Padres and Braves today? Well, a main reason for that is because this is also the ESPN Sunday night game of the week. It's the Braves and Padres, so might as well do the same thing. 1-2 to Profar. That is swung on, hit into right field. Tatis is back, and this is off his glove, off the wall. Profar's on his way to second. Jackson Morrell throws it into Cronenworth, who's the second baseman. And just like that, the leadoff man is on for Atlanta. The Braves trying to avoid the sweep today against the Padres. The Padres already won the first 3 games of this 4-game set. Might as well show you the rest of the Braves lineup. Jurickson Profar was the leadoff hitter. He was in left. Batting second and third is Austin Riley. Matt Olson hits third at first. Marcell Ozuna is in the cleanup spot. He's DH. Batting fifth at second is Ozzie Albies. Batting sixth and center is Michael Harris. Orlando Arcia bats 7th at short. Jared Kelenic bats 8th and right. And Chadwick Trump bats 9th. He's the catcher. Take a look at the defense around the horn in this one for the Friars. First base, Luis Arias. Second base, Jake Cronenworth. Third base, Manny Machado. Shortstop, Bogarts. And the outfield from left to right, the veteran Jason Hayward's in left. Jackson Morrell in center. Fernando Tatis in right. And Diaz is behind the plate today, doing the catching. And bright yellow catcher's gear, as you can see there behind the plate. Here's Austin Riley. 0-1 count to him. There's a fastball, swings and misses, strike 2. Beautiful day here at Petco Park, or here in San Diego, I should say. There's a strikeout for Pivetta. That's out number 1. So 1 out now here in the first. That will bring in Matt Olson. This guy hit 54 home runs for the Braves just a couple years ago. I know the home run total kind of decreased a little bit last year, but who knows? Maybe he'll hit 60 home runs this year. Who knows? Profar at second, 1 out here in the top of the first. 0-2 pitch from Nick Pivetta. Nasty swing and a strikeout. Back-to-back Ks for Pivetta here in the first. Swung at a high fastball. So 2 outs now. Here is Marcell Ozuna. Swung on and hit foul down the line. Ozuna hitting .286 to start off the season. And Pivetta strikes out, or gets the strikeout. Braves leave a runner at second, and now the Padres coming to bat. No score. And Spencer Schwellenbach is on the mound today for the Atlanta Braves. As you can see, the Braves are also going back to they're having the home hat as their away hat. You know, they did that for like the late 90s and early 2000s. Looks like they're bringing that back for this season. I actually kind of like it better than the plain Navy road hat. Might be biased saying that because growing up, one of the first baseball hats I had that wasn't, you know, a Cardinals hat was a Braves hat. And it was the home hat with the red brim. 1-2 count to Tatis. That's a fly ball on the right. Kelenic is back and he makes the catch. He did what Tatis couldn't do in the top half of the inning. We'll take a look at the lineup for the Padres. Luis Arias is batting second at first. Batting third at third base, Manny Machado. Jackson Morel hits cleanup. He's in center. Jake Cronenworth bats fifth at second. Xander Bogaerts bats sixth at short. Then Gavin Sheets, Jason Hayward, and Elias Diaz all in that order. Here's Luis Arias. Started off his career with the Twins, went over to the Marlins in a trade, and then he came over to the Padres in a trade. So I'm pretty sure the sentence, "you have been traded," is something that he's heard twice now in his career. 1-2 pitch, and a cutter that hit the backstop. Here's the 1-2, and that hit him. Skids away from Chadwick Trump, the Braves catcher. And just like that, the Padres have a runner on with one out. They'll bring in Manny Machado. You know, during the offseason, I was playing some of the old school MLB The Show games from like the early, like late PS3, early PS4 era, right? Like MLB 13, MLB 14, MLB 15. Well, I was doing a franchise with the Baltimore Orioles, and this was like when Manny Machado was a rookie. He is like very skinny in his first few MLB The Shows. Like MLB 14, he is skinny. Very skinny. And now he's on the Padres. Obviously, now he's been in the league for quite a while now. He's, let's say he's not skinny anymore. Two-two pitch from Schwellenbach to Machado. That's fouled off. And the count remains 2-2. I apologize, there's no Cardinal game today. We'll pick that up, we'll be back on that tomorrow. And then there might be a little football video for you guys tomorrow also, I'm not too sure. Machado strikes out on a slider that wasn't even in the strike zone. That's out number 2. Here comes Jackson Morel. He's off to a good start in this series. That's for sure. Swings and fouls off the cutter to start it off 0-1. This is also a rematch of last year's, one of the playoff series from last year. Braves and Padres met in the wild card series. Of course, the Padres pretty much steamrolled Atlanta in that series. And then what do you know, these two teams meet again for opening day. There's a strikeout, and Schwellenbach gets out of the inning. We go to the second. No score after the first inning. Here at Petco Park, Ozzie Albies leads off for the Atlanta Braves. Here in this one, Albies, Harrison, Orlando Arcia all due up here in the second inning against Nick Pivetta. There's a fastball. Taken 0-1. There's a strike again, 0-2. There's the umpires in this one again. I know some of you guys don't really care about the umpires, but for those of you out there who do, there they are. Now you know who's who. Albie's keeping the at-bat going. It's 0-2.
Ball.
Fouled off again, and it's 1-2. And Albies has gone on strikes 4 in a row now for Nick Pivetta. And now bring in Michael Harris. One ball, one strike to Michael Harris, hitting .083 after the first 3 games of the season. Strike 2. And that's 5 in a row now for Nick Pivetta. Against an Atlanta offense that's usually pretty good. And now here comes Orlando Arcia hitting a .143, 286 OPS. I'm not gonna bash on these guys' stats too much because, like I said before, we're super early into the season, you know. So try not to bash these guys too much. Here's a 1-1 from Pivetta that's fouled off, and it's 1-2. That's fouled off, and it's 1-2. Nick Pivetta has a chance to strike out the side. Here in the second inning, there's a cutter taken. 2-2. And he strikes out the side. 6 Ks in a row for Nick Pivetta as we go to the bottom of the second inning. No score. Padres will have Jake Cronenworth, Alexander Bogaerts, and Gavin Sheets all due up.
No.
Here's a 1-0 to Cronenworth. There's a fastball. Evens up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's it, foul, and it's 1-2. I'm a little early today. I was originally going to do this stream, started off around 7 Central Time. It's 6:50 Central Time. So I'm a little ahead, which is good. There's a pop-up. Austin Riley's going to make the catch. That'll be the first out here in the home half of inning number 2. Here's Alexander Bogaerts. That is hit foul. And it's 0-1 to Alexander Bogaerts. Started off his career with the Red Sox. Signed a huge contract with the Padres a couple of years ago. And already it's not looking like a good contract from the Padres' point of view. 1 ball, 2 strikes is the count. Now the 1-2 from Schwellenbach on its way. There's a curve. Fouled away. 1-2. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to leave a like on the stream. Check out some of our other content that we do. There's a strikeout for Schwellenbach. But yeah, we do more than just sports gaming. You know, we talk about news, tier lists. You know, we talk about sports news. You know, all that type of stuff. Lately, though, we've been sticking to the gaming stuff just because that's easier and a little bit more fun and relaxing. 1-0 count to Gavin Sheets. There's a fastball, swings and misses. And the count's 1-1. Yeah, make sure you leave a like, subscribe. On the road to 500 subscribers, trying to get that by the end of 2025. I'd highly appreciate it. And then if you guys also, for those of you who probably don't care too much about sports, I have another channel called the Bill Seaver channel, and that's where I talk about, you know, movies and tier lists. Pretty much that's the non-sports related channel. That's fouled off, and it's 2-2. So I'm kind of like Wyatt's World. I don't know if anybody watches him, except for the only difference is I do more baseball than football. And Gavin Sheets is drilled. Kind of hit in the butt a little bit. Here's former Atlanta Brave Jason Hayward. There's a curve, strike 1. Jason Hayward, brand new San Diego Padre this year. Another veteran who signed a 1-year deal. There's a strike, 0-2. I remember Jason Hayward at one time was considered to be one of like a top prospect when he was in the Braves system, and he came up with like Freddie Freeman. Man, those two, Freeman and Jason Hayward, when they were rookies on the Atlanta Braves, they were a lot of fun to watch. Cronenworth fouls it off, and it's still 0-2. That was when they also had like Brian McCann, Dan Ugla, Andrelton Simmons. He was another guy who got called up with the Braves. Both the Upton brothers for a couple years. And then on the pitching side, they had like Tim Hudson, Craig Kimbrell, Mike Minor, and many more. There's a grounder to Arcia. Flips over to Albies at second to get the out. 2 scoreless innings here at Petco Park. We go to the 3rd inning. No score. Only 1 hit in this entire ball game. As we enter the 3rd inning, that hit came in the 1st inning on a leadoff double hit by Ozzy Albies. Or not Ozzy Albies, Jerson Profar, sorry. Nick Pivetta has struck out the last 6 Braves hitters he's faced. One ball, 1 strike is the count to Jared Kelenic.
2-1.
Filling in for an injured Ronald Acuna Jr. who, for those of you who don't remember, ended up getting hurt last year. Count is full to Kelenic. Was a top prospect at one point with the Mariners and then went to the Braves in a trade, and I think he spent last year at Atlanta. He was not that bad. Was not that bad last year. 3-2. He strikes out number 7 in a row for Nick Pivetta. He's the strikeout machine. Early in this game, here is Chadwick Tromp. Tromp, not the guy who's in office right now. Yeah, it's funny. Chadwick Tromp, his number is 45. President Donald Trump is the 45th president of the United States. Anyone else notice that? Or is that just me? Trying to tie connections to each other. So, Chadwick Tromp, did you vote for Donald Trump?
Ball 2.
I don't know. But what I do know is the count is 2-2. And Nick Pivetta threw him a sweeper and he fouled it off. Yeah, I don't know if that's just me who just noticed that. Trump flies out to left, so the strikeout streak comes to a close for right now. One of two guys in the Atlanta lineup who has not struck out in this game. Jerickson Profar is the other, who led off the first inning with a double. Fastball, strike one. Jerickson Profar, good hitter, good leadoff hitter. He's also a good glove to have in the lineup. Can play almost any position. Play the outfield, he can play the infield. I'm pretty sure he's pitched a couple times too. Wouldn't surprise me. Mr. Versatility up here. Strikes out on the fastball. We go to the home half of the third here at Petco Park. No score. Nick Pivetta is on his A game today. To start off in the first 3 innings of this game, Spencer Schwellenbach, he's having a solid start too. Early in this game for the Braves, the only difference is he doesn't have 8 strikeouts like Nick Pivetta does. Instead, he has 3. And he hit 2 batters already. And we're in the 3rd inning. Here's Elias Diaz. Rips the cutter, but fouls it off. That's 2-2. Ooh, someone outside, I think, has a motorcycle. Diaz grounds out to Ozzie Albies. Throw to first. Is in time. That is out number 1. Oh, quit your whining, Padres fans. Hopefully they don't do that. Hopefully nobody does that when they watch a baseball game in real life, like every time they ground out or fly out. Say, what was that? That was terrible. Oh, 2 to Tatis. Flew out to right field his first time up.
1-2.
1-2. That's into right. Kelenic will let it drop, and that's the first hit for the Padres. The no-hitter is gone for Schwellenbach. I'm just kidding. Though the no-hitter is gone.
That's a strike.
Here's Luis Arias. Was hit by a pitch his first time up. Taking a look at some scores that happen around the league in real life.
0-2.
In real baseball, the Cardinals sweep the Twins 9-2. That's what I love to see. Angels take 2 out of 3 against the White Sox. They win today 3-2. The real Padres are beating the Braves 2-0. And they just finished up the third inning, so we're kind of following the real game along here, I guess. Nationals beat the Phillies 5-1. They avoid the sweep. The Brewers, however, couldn't avoid the sweep. And Tatis is gunned down trying to steal second base. Nice throw down by the Braves catcher. Looked very close from that other camera angle. So yeah, 2 outs now in the third, 2-2 to Luis Arias. He has a base hit in the center. They're going to start it over again. Hit number 2 now for San Diego. Here's Manny Machado. As I was saying, getting back into the games. But yeah, the Nationals avoid the sweep against the Phillies. The Brewers, meanwhile, couldn't avoid the sweep against the Yankees. Yankees win 12-3. In the Battle of the Birds, Blue Jays and Orioles split. A 4-game series. Blue Jays win today 3-1. Giants take 2 out of 3 against the Reds. Rays beat the Rockies 6-4. Marlins walk off the Pirates again 3-2. Guardians beat the Royals 6-2. Rangers win a series against the Red Sox 3-2. The Diamondbacks had an 8-run 8th inning and a 10-6 win against the Cubs. And then the Mariners split with the A's in a 2-1 finale. Here's a 1-2 to Machado. That's fouled off on the curb. That's fouled off again, 1-2. Wait, did the Dodgers and Tigers not play today? Oh, no, they didn't. There's a fly ball on the center. Harris makes the catch. We go to the 4th. End of 3 here in San Diego. No score. We are scoreless heading into the top of the 4th inning here at Petco Park. We got Austin Riley leading on for the Braves, then Matt Olson and Marcell Ozuna.
Drive. No ball. 1 strike.
0-1 now to Austin Riley. He struck out his first time up. Nick Pavetta's got 8 of those today.
Check. Did he go?
Check swing, did he go? No, he didn't, said the umpire. 1 ball, 1 strike. We got
No.
I forgot what I was going to talk about. 2-1 count to Austin Riley. Oh yeah, next week for our Sunday night game of the week, we are going to the East Coast. We'll head to Fenway Park, the oldest stadium in Major League Baseball. We'll watch some interleague play. The Boston Red Sox will host the St. Louis Cardinals. Riley in the center field. Morel is there to make the catch. That's out number 1. However, it might change because we did a Cardinals-Red Sox game for my simulation or for my franchise mode that I'm doing with the Cardinals, so might change it to something else, I don't know. Or we might just keep it Cardinals-Red Sox and I can just change the jerseys around.
That's a ball.
1 ball, 1 strike to Matt Olson. He is hitting 200 now. There is a grounder to Arias. That's fouled off again. In the Padres half of the 4th inning, we'll have Jackson Morrell, Jake Cronenworth, and Alexander Bogaerts all due up. Here's the next pitch to Pivetta, and there's a strikeout. Olson is 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts. Here's Marcell Ozuna. That's strikeout number 8 for Pivetta.
0-1.
He'll look for number 9 against Marcell Ozuna, who's already struck out in this game.
No,
There's a sweep. And the ump says ball 1. That person in the crowd that said terrible call reminds me of my friend's dad. There's a fly ball to left field. Back goes Hayward, and this one is gone. A solo blast for Marcell Ozuna, and it's 1-0 Atlanta. Struck out his first time up. Hits a home run his second time up. My apologies for the late reaction there.
No.
But, yeah, 1-0 Braves, home run for Ozuna. Hopefully that doesn't prevent Nick Pivetta from stopping his dominance on the mound. But here's Ozzy Albies now, 0 for 1. Like most of this Braves lineup, struck out his first time up. Has a 1-2 count on him. Here's the pitch from Pivetta. Fouled once more. Looking at our schedule heading into April. We've got the Red Sox and Cardinals next Sunday on April 6th. And then April 13th, which is my birthday, we'll go to Cincinnati, watch the Reds take on the Pirates. April 20th, we'll be in Anaheim
2-2.
to watch the Angels play the Giants. And then April 27th, 2 of the worst teams in baseball, the Chicago White Sox and the A's. We'll go to Sacramento for that game, so going to check out the ballpark in Sacramento, and Ozzy Albies strikes out. We go to the home half of the 4th. Marcell Ozuna hit a 400-foot home run to left field to make it 1-0 Braves. 4th inning now, bottom of the 4th inning here at Petco Park, 1-0 Atlanta. Spencer Schwellenbach heading to the mound, feeling pretty excited, knowing that his offense got a run for him. Petco Park, not exactly the best ballpark when it comes to hitting. I've always viewed Petco Park is more of a hitter's park, or not a hitter's park, a pitching park. That's what I meant to say, pitcher's park. 2-1 count to Morrell. There's a fastball, swings and misses. 2-2. There's a base hit into right field. The 3rd hit in this game for the Padres. And it's also their first... No, it was a... I almost said first leadoff hit. Technically, it's a leadoff to lead off the inning. But anyway, here's Cronenworth.
No balls.
0 for 1 with a pop out in his first plate appearance. It is 7:11. It's the time here in the Midwest. There's a strike, 0-2.
No balls. 2 strikes.
And we've been live for 36 minutes. Don't mind me, I always like to check and see how long I've been recording for. 0-2. Nothing in 2.
1-2.
Slider. Ball 1.
Ball.
2-2.
2-2.
Cronenworth, base hit into left field. That might be trouble for Schwellenbach. Over to coming around to score is Morel, and the game's tied at 1. Again, another late reaction from the announcer. Well, the camera angles in this game are not exactly the best. You know, in the old MLB The Shows, they would show like a little thing for the base runners, and they'd show you like when they're scoring and everything. I wish they still had that. Maybe there's a way for me to put those back on, because they helped a lot. Like, no joke. So an RBI double for Jake Cronenworth. Here's Xander Bogaerts. Strikes out.
Yeah.
There's a strike, 0-1 to Gavin Sheets. Was hit by pitches last time up. There's a strike, 0-2.
Ball.
There's a fly ball to center. Cronenworth will stay put at second, as it was not deep enough for him to tag up. Two outs now. Here is Jason Hayward. Grounded out his last time up.
Oi. 0-1. Ha.
Nothing in 2.
2. That's foul.
Fouled off, and it's 0-2. Ball gets away from Trump, and moving over to third is Cronenworth on a wild pitch. Here's a 1-2 now to Jason Hayward.
Ball 2.
Low in the dirt again, ball 2.
Full count.
Count is full. In the left field, or in the right field, Kelnick is back, and we go to the 5th. Man, I don't know what it is today. My this broadcast is a little shaky. 2 late reactions when both teams scored a run. Accidentally saying left field instead of right field.
Ball. No.
Man,
1-0.
I promise you guys I had a good day. One and 0 is the count.
2-0.
Misses low, 2-0. Have a couple people tuning in to the stream. What's going on? How are you guys doing? Probably one guy is a Braves fan and the other guy is a Padres fan. Maybe that's what it is. One Braves fan, one Padres fan. That's fouled off again by Michael Harris, the second. 2-2.
Ball 3. Full count.
Another 3-2. Harris grounds to second.
That's an out.
One away here in the 5th inning. And that will bring in Orlando Arcia.
Hee-haw!
There is a strike to Arcia, and it's 0-1. Line to second.
He's out.
2 away. Two outs now. Here comes Kelnick. 0 for 1, struck out back in the 3rd inning.
Ball 1.
That's upstairs, ball 1. In the center, Burrell makes the catch. Bottom of the 5th inning coming up. We are tied at 1. Excuse me a minute.
Oi!
Bottom of the 5th inning now here at Petco Park. Here's Elias Diaz. He's got an 0-2 count on him. That's back to the pitcher.
Out.
And one away. One out here is Fernando Tatis Jr. 1 for 2 here today. Base hit in the left center field. It's a 1-out single for Mr. Tatis. That's his second hit of the game. And now bring in Luis Arias.
Ball, go.
That's low, ball 1. Pickoff throw to first, and Tatis goes back safely. Runner at first, 1 out. Here's the 1-1 from Spencer Schwellenbach. Ball 2. Hey, Braves have a couple guys named Spencer in their rotation. Spencer Schwellenbach and Spencer Strider. And both of their initials are SS. Hit and run, grounder to third. They won't get Tatis at second, but they do get the out at first. So that'll be out number 2. Here comes Manny Machado.
Ball.
2 outs now. Here's Machado. Tatis is the runner at second. This might end up being Schwellenbach's last inning. He's already at the 100-pitch mark. The Braves manager Brian Snitker might have to bring him out. You know what I just realized? Mike Shildt, who's the manager of the Padres. Okay, so Mike Shildt, he used to be the manager of the Cardinals. And in 2019, the Cardinals and Braves played the playoffs. There's a fly ball to left field. Back goes Profar. Adios! Manny Machado! The Padres take the lead. It's 3-1. And there's Brian Snitker right now, and so Schwellenbach will be taken out in the middle of the 5th inning in a 3-1 San Diego lead. Renato Lopez first up out of the Atlanta bullpen. He will face Jackson Morrell. But as I was saying earlier, so in 2019, Cardinals and Braves met in the division series. Mike Shildt was the manager of the Cardinals at the time. Brian Snitker, manager of the Braves. Cardinals win that series. Last year, Padres and Braves meet in the playoffs.
Ball.
Brian Snitker still managing the Braves. Who's managing the Padres? Mike Schilt. So that means Mike Schilt is 2-0 against the Atlanta Braves in the playoffs. So isn't that something? Here's the 2-1 of Jackson Morrell. That's fouled off 2-2. Morrell strikes out to end the fifth. But Manny Machado, a home run to left field. And the Padres have a 3-1 lead as we head into the sixth inning. So the Padres are going to their bullpen early today also. Kyle Hart, the left-hander, fills in for Nick Pivetta. There's a strike, 0-1. That's a grounder to second. Nice defense by Cronenworth. That'll bring in Jerickson Profar, 2 for 3 on the day. Actually, no, 1 for 2 on the day, sorry.
No ball. 1 strike.
That is into left field. Hayward is back. This one is off the wall. And Profar has his second double of the night. He hit one into right field. His first time up, he now hits one into left field. That is ripped into left field. Austin Riley has just tied it up. What a game this has been so far. Manny Machado just hit a home run. And now Austin Riley does the same thing. 430 feet. And this game is tied at 3. That'll bring in Matt Olson with 1 out here in the 6th inning. Takes a slider for ball 1. Here's the 1-0.
Ball, no.
Ball 2.
2-0 to count. D-Rod. 2-1.
There's a strike to Olson, and it's 2-1. Count is now evened up to 2-2. Strikes him out. Olson 0 for 3 with a hat trick of strikeouts today. Here comes Marcell Ozuna, 1 for 2. That's taken for ball 1.
Yep.
Ball 1 to Ozuna.
Hard. 2. 1 ball. 2 strikes.
1 and 2. Ozuna, base hit past the jumping Luis Arias. Keeps the top half of the inning alive. And now bring in Ozzy Albies 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts. Let's see what he does here against the left-hander. He pops up on the first pitch. Making the catch is Diaz. And we go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Austin Riley, a 2-run shot to left field. As this game is now tied at 3. We got a tied game here at Petco Park. Thanks to Austin Riley, both Braves and both Braves and Padres third baseman both homer today. Manny Machado in the bottom half of the 5th, and then Austin Riley for the Braves in the top half of this inning. One out here is Xander Bogaerts. First pitch he sees is a ball. Hernandez and Aaron Bummer, a righty and a lefty, both getting loose in the Atlanta bullpen.
Ball 2.
Ball 2 to Bogaerts.
2-0. Ha!
Strike
2
1.
balls. 1 strike.
Had to stop there for a minute.
Ball 3.
Ball 3 to Bogaerts.
Full count.
And now the count is full with Gavin Sheets on deck.
Hard. 3.
He strikes out. 0 for 3 with 3 Ks. Where have we seen that before? Two outs here is Gavin Sheets. Don't know why I said it like that, but Gavin Sheets. Hits it to Olsen, steps on the bag. We're going to the 7th. With the game tied at 3, Michael Harris, Orlando Arcia, and Jared Kelenic all do it for Atlanta when we return. And there's Michael Harris leading off for the Braves. In the top of the 7th, as I said before. In the air to deep center. Morel is there, 1 away. For those of you just tuning in, it's our Sunday night MLB The Show simulation game of the week. We're at Petco Park in San Diego, California, home of the Padres since 2004. And the Atlanta Braves are in town, so isn't that something? 2 playoff teams from last year. 2 teams expected to be good again this year. There's a strike to Orlando Arcia. Kyle Hart, he came in relief in the 6th inning. He is still going here in the 7th. And it's 0-2. There's a little blooper in the shallow right. Is it going to be caught? It will. Two outs in the seventh. Here's Jared Kelnick. Strike one to Kelnick. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground out. And 2 trips to the plate.
Ball one.
Ball one.
1-1.
In the center, Morel's there again. Time to stretch here at Petco Park. Home half of the seventh coming up. It's the Padres 3 and the Braves 3. Bottom of the seventh inning of a tied game here at Petco Park. Padres, 3 runs came on an RBI double.
Ball.
Hit by Jake Cronenworth in the 4th, and then a 2-run homer hit by Manny Machado in the 5th. The Braves, meanwhile, 3 runs came on a Marcelo Zuna home run and an Austin Riley home run. I think you guys get the memo. There are quite a bit of home runs hit throughout this game. 2-0 pitch from Lopez.
Ball.
And Hayward works the count 3-1. Count is full.
Full count.
3-2. He strikes out to begin the home half of the seventh.
Outside.
Outside, ball 1 to Diaz. He is also 0 for 2 today. There's a fly ball to left. Underneath it is Profar. Not deep enough for a home run, but hey, a fly out to left field will do. And now bring in Tatis. 2 for 3 with a pair of singles.
Outside.
Outside, ball 1.
Hook one.
Strike number 1. Into right field, a base hit. The 3rd hit for Tatis here today. That was in the gap in between Olsen and Albies.
Safe.
And another pickoff attempt.
No, that's a ball. Yep.
Tatis is trying to steal again, and this time he's safe. Runner moves up to second. Here's the 1-1 to Cronenworth, or good friend Luis Arias. And it's a 1-2 count. Popped up. 8th inning, here we come. With the game tied at 3, Chadwick Trump, Profar, and Austin Riley all due up. A new face comes out of the Padre bullpen, Alex Jacob. A right-hander, he's got a sinker, circle change, four-seamer, and a sweeper. The sweeper, that seems to be a very popular pitch nowadays. Seems like everyone and their mom's throwing one. Ranger Suarez and Adrian Moron are both warming up in the San Diego bullpen. That's a grounder to Arias, steps on the bag, 1 away. Now bring in Jerickson Profar, 2 for 3. He hit a double into right field, and then he hit a double into left field. He also struck out. Fouls it off, and it's 0-1. Fouled off once more. 0-2. One thing for sure, Profar's really good at keeping at bats going. There's a fly ball on the right field. This is where the fun comes to a close, though, because Tatis makes the catch. And we go, that's 2 outs now here in the 8th. Here's Austin Riley, 1 for 3 with that 2-run homer. Strike 1.
0-1. That's a ball.
1 ball, 1 strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Fouled off again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Grounder to Arias, and bottom of the 8th inning is coming up. Machado, Morel, and Cronenworth all due up. To face the left-hander Aaron Bummer, the former Chicago White Sox. Aaron Bummer was a White Sox, right? He wasn't with... What? He wasn't with Cleveland? He was with the White Sox. Yeah, he was with the White Sox his whole career. He was never an Oriole. What? Yeah, Aaron Bummer, former White Sox, left-hander.
Ball.
Will face Machado, who homered. Back in the 5th inning. Swing and a miss. Counts evened up, 1-1.
No.
2-1.
Ball 3.
All 3. And Jackson Morel's on deck. And a leadoff walk to Machado. And coming in to pinch run is Brandon Lockridge. And Jackson Morel will come up to the plate.
Ball.
Ball 1. Hector Neris, and I didn't get to see who else was warming up in the Brave bullpen, but
Ball.
2-0.
2 balls. No strike.
As Aaron Bummer's having trouble throwing strikes. Hits it foul. 2-1. Two and two. Hit down the line again. Line caught by Olsen, and that is out number one. I thought that they were going to get Brockridge for the double play, but he gets back safely. One out. Here's Cronenworth.
Ball. No, that's it.
Ball one.
No.
Entering the 1 hour, 12-minute mark of the stream.
High.
Aaron Bummer throws a strike, 2-1.
Safe.
And the count's 2-1.
Ball.
Ball three. With Bogarts coming up. Bogart's been hitless tonight.
Ball. 2. Full count.
Fouls it off on the cutter. 3 balls. Two strikes. Double play ball one. And they got them both. Hey, how you doing, good sir? Thanks for stopping in. Hope you enjoyed that nice little double play turned by Mr. Matt Olson. As we go into the 9th inning with the game tied at 3. Let's see what the Braves can do here. Jose Iglesias. You might remember him best for his music with the Mets. This year he's a Padre. Matt Olson. Hey, we were just talking about you. That nice double play you turned makes up for the fact that he's 0 for 3 today with 3 strikeouts. There's a strike, 0-2. Alex Jacob, he came in relief in the 8th inning. He will stay in the 9th.
Ball.
Ball one.
1-2.
One ball, 2 strikes. Fouled again.
Ball 2.
2-2.
2-2.
Flying to Arias. One away, one first baseman grounds out to the other. One out. Here's Ozuna. He had the home run in the 4th inning. He made it 1-0 Atlanta. There's a strike 0-1 from Jacob. Ironically, I have a cousin named Jacob. He's a good guy. Good kid for sure. He's got an 0-2 count on Ozuna.
1-2.
And look out, ball 1 on the sinker. Fouled off once more. The Padre half of the lineup, or of the inning, will be Bogarts, Gavin Sheets, and Jason Hayward all due up. Inside 2-2. Ozuna shoots one in the center field, a base hit. And the winning run is on for the Braves here in the top of the 9th. One out here. Runner on at first, one out. Here's Ozzy Albies, 0 for 3.
Too low.
That is a bit low, ball 1. You hear a little noise in the back of my baseball glove. See, watch. Baseball glove. Count is 1-1 to Ozzy Albies. Ball 2.
Ball.
3-1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
With Michael Harris on deck. He's 0 for 3 today. And Ozzy Albies works the count full. Flying to Arias, 1. And we're going to the bottom of the 9th. Last chance for the Padres to put away the Braves before we go into extra innings. And a game tied at 3. Xander Bogaerts leads off for the Padres here in the bottom of the 9th. And then it will be Gavin Sheets and Jason Hayward. Strike 1 to Bogaerts. Does my mic sound okay? Hold on.
1-2.
Yeah, that sounds just fine. Here's the pitch to Bogaerts, hitless today. And he goes down on strikes to begin the home half of the 9th. Here's Gavin Sheets, 0 for 2. Was hit by a pitch his first time up and then flew out and grounded out. Umpire called strike 1 to the former White Sox. How about that? Aaron Bummer, Gavin Sheets, both teammates in the south side of Chicago. Once upon a time. Grounder to Olsen. 2 away. 2 outs and there. Here's Jason Hayward. It is all up to him to try and end this game for the Padres.
Ball 1.
Ball 1. One and 1. Grounder to third. We're going into extra innings here at San Diego. With the game tied at 3. Robert Suarez next comes in for the Padres here in the 10th inning. And a game all tied up at 3. Michael Harris will lead off for the Braves here in the 10th. The ghost runner at second is Ozzie Albies. That's a fastball, strike 1. Albies a good choice to have as the ghost runner at second. 1-2. In our right field, the base hit. Here comes Albies to the plate. The throw in from Tatis. They're going to hold him at third. He thought about coming home, and he saw the throw from Tatis, and they're going to hold him there. Eli White comes in to pinch run at third, which means we will most likely see him play second base in the bottom of the inning. A 1-0 is fouled off, and it's evened up, a ball and a strike. Fouled off again, 1-2. Runners in the corners for Atlanta here in the 10th. 2-2. Grounder to Machado, 1, and a double play. And there's an injury report. Eli White fell to the ground, clutching the knee following the last play. The trainers believe that there could be structural damage in there. And so Nick Allen will pinch run instead. So how about that? Braves having to use 2 bench guys to be pinch runners. Here's Jared Kelenic, 0 for 3. In the Padre half of the 10th, it'll be Diaz, Fernando Tatis, and Luis Arias all due up, which means Jason Hayward will be the ghost runner at second. There's a strike, 1-1. Fouled off, 1-2. Grounder to Bogarts. Bottom of the 10th inning's coming up. Don't go anywhere. More Sunday Night Baseball coming your way here at San Diego. It's all tied at 3. Both teams have 3 runs on 7 hits in this game. Nick Allen comes in to play second base. And Daysbel Hernandez will come in relief. Here in the Padres half of the 10th, Elias Diaz is starting things off. He is 0 for 3 here today. Jason Hayward's the runner at second. 2-0 is the count. Fernando Tatis on deck. He's got a few hits in this game so far. There's a grounder to third. Riley, throw to first in time, 1 away. One out now. Here is Fernando Tatis Jr. 3 for 4 with 3 singles. Has a chance to be the hero here again today. Trying to get that runner home from second. To no one count. Tatis hits it to deep center. Harris is there, not deep enough for a home run. Jason Hayward will also stay put at second. He had a really good chance at tagging up. I don't know why he didn't tag up, but... And now Brian Snitker intentionally walking Luis Arias to get the Jose Iglesias.
No.
First pitch is a ball, 1-0. Iglesias coming in to... He is replacing Manny Machado, and he got hit. So that'll load up the bases for the Padres, and Jackson Morel's coming up. Bases loaded, 2 out. Morel, first pitch he sees, he lets it go by, 0-1. Bases loaded for the Padres. The former Rookie of the Year coming up. Blooper to left center. This should do it. Jackson Morel, the San Diego hero. Padres win it in the 10th. 4-3 the final score. And that's how they do it. Jackson Morel completes the San Diego sweep. And that's all we have for you today here on Let's Talk Sports. I'm your man Josh Wright signing off. The Padres with a walk-off winner in the 10th inning against the Atlanta Braves, thanks to the former Rookie of the Year, Jackson Morel. I'm Josh Wright signing off. Good night from Petco Park. The Padres win 4-3. Josh Wright signing off. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your week. And as always, I'll see you guys next time.